Hello everyone, my name is Cap and welcome back to the channel, another 7 Days to Die video. Doing all this on the PC on Alpha 16.4, so just keep that in mind if something's changed down the road a little bit. One of the questions I got recently that I thought was kind of interesting and I wanted to test out is whether you could build an underwater base using glass. Because obviously you could use some more heavy reinforced stuff and it would work, but what I was going to start off with is to see if glass will actually hold water. So I set up a control here, just some wooden blocks, some bulletproof glass blocks, and just some of the standard window panes, and I'm going to fill them up with water and see if they actually leak before we test this out in some actual water. Okay, so the initial one got the water here inside the wood blocks and it's working well, and it's not looking good for it already. Got the bulletproof blocks, put just 2 buckets of water in there, and you can see it's, spilling out through the sides. It's running underground, and I did put a block underneath inside the ground too, so it's not just poured straight on dirt, but you can see it's going right through the block of glass here, and it's doing the same thing on just the glass panes. So this is already not looking good for the theory of being able to build underwater with glass, which is a shame. I'd love to be able to build a base underwater with bulletproof glass. I think it would look pretty cool. But for due diligence, I will test it out a little bit in an actual lake. Okay, so what I'm going to do to test this out here is I know you can use hay bales to block the flow of water. I'm already aware of that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of them underwater into the shape of the base I want to make here, just to block off the actual water blocks themselves. And that way what I can do is build the bulletproof glass wall all the way up around this thing without worrying about getting actual water in the bulletproof glass while I'm trying to do this. Because one of the things I learned in doing with Minecraft is you do these underwater bases, it is such a huge pain in the butt trying to do underwater stuff while the water's still pouring in. So in that game all you'd have to use is just a little bit of dirt blocks or whatever and you'd be good to go. But in this one, it doesn't work the same way, so I'm going to use hay bales that'll kind of absorb it, I guess. So we'll see, and that way I can pick up the blocks, see if it actually let any of the water in. Okay, I think that's pretty much squared off all the way around here. I can't get too much further up right there on the shore, but I don't think that's going to affect it too much. Just that one extra block there. Maybe it'll let me squeeze one in there. Nope. Okay, so I'll hop up here. I'm going to remove the hay bales and see if it'll allow the water to flow in or not. Huh. Well, this kind of technically does work here. I mean, it's flowing sort of through the blocks. You can see it coming up right up next to the edge, but as you can see, I'm inside the base. I'm actually inside the walls of it now, and it's technically working. I mean, you could do this. Granted, you're going to have water all the way up to the edge of it, which looks kind of cool. There's nothing to see under the water, of course, because, there's nothing actually in there. There's no fish or gars or anything like that. But at least this is a viable option. So, that's one of those things, thank you for pointing out something that would be kind of fun to test. I think this actually works out. I would call this confirmed. So my initial thoughts of not working because the fact that it, bled through the glass won't necessarily affect it. Now, I haven't let it sit here for an hour to see if eventually it finally pokes its way through, but just a 1 block wall all the way around it seems to be doing a pretty good job. So, anyway, like I said, thanks for suggesting this. This is a pretty good test. If you have any more, do drop it in the comment section down below. I always add the recommendations you have to my testing list of things to do later on. If you found the video useful or educational or even entertaining, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button down below the video. And be sure to subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you guys so much for your time. You have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.